I woke up to the gentle rays of sunlight streaming through my curtains. It seemed like an ordinary morning until I caught sight of my reflection in the mirror. My heart jolted, and I stumbled back in shock. The face staring back at me was not my own. I had become stunningly beautiful overnight. Perfectly symmetrical features, flawless skin, and a radiance that seemed to glow from within. But there was something unsettling about it, as if this beauty didn't belong to me. As if it was an illusion, a grotesque mask I couldn't remove. Confusion turned to dread when I stepped outside. The streets were eerily silent, devoid of life. Then, from the corner of my eye, I saw them. A group of people staring at me, their eyes wide with terror, their faces twisted with a mixture of disgust and fear. "Monster!" one of them screamed, pointing in my direction. The word hung in the air like a curse, and panic surged through me. I tried to run, but my newfound beauty seemed to draw them closer, like moths to a flame. Their pursuit was relentless, their cries growing louder with every step. Fear clutched at my chest, my lungs burning with each breath. I darted through alleyways, my mind racing, searching for a place to hide. But there was no escape from their relentless hunt. Days turned into nights, and my world became a maze of shadows and despair. Sleep evaded me, for fear that I would wake up to find myself trapped in this nightmare forever. The once familiar faces of friends and neighbors now haunted my dreams, twisted into grotesque masks of hatred. Each encounter with the mob grew more violent. Stones were hurled, insults spat like venom. I could feel the weight of their hatred, their desperation to erase what they couldn't possess. It was as if my beauty was a curse, a stain upon their fragile egos. In the darkest corners of my soul, a realization dawned upon me, a realization that sent shivers down my spine. They didn't hate me because I was a monster. They hated me because I was a reminder of their own inadequacies, their own insecurities. They despised the beauty they could never attain. One night, as I cowered in an abandoned building, I made a decision. I would no longer be their prey. If they saw me as a monster, then a monster I would become. I delved into ancient texts, desperate for a way to transform myself into the nightmare they believed me to be. As the moon bathed the world in an eerie glow, I emerged from my hiding place. My once perfect face was now a grotesque mask, twisted and marred. My eyes glowed with a malevolent light, and my voice echoed with a haunting resonance. The mob, caught off guard by my transformation, faltered for a moment. But their fear soon turned into rage, their need for vengeance overpowering any remnants of compassion. They charged at me, fueled by a primal frenzy. In the ensuing chaos, I lashed out with a newfound strength. Each blow I struck sent ripples of terror through the mob, scattering them like leaves in the wind. Their cries filled the night, a symphony of horror and despair. When the last of them fell silent, I stood amidst the wreckage, their lifeless bodies strewn at my feet. It was a hollow victory, a Pyrrhic triumph. The beauty I had once possessed was forever lost, replaced by this monstrous facade. In the end, I realized that true horror lay not in my appearance, but in the depths of humanity's darkness. We fear what we cannot understand, what we cannot possess, and in that fear, we become the true monsters. As I faded into the shadows, forever haunted by the echoes of their screams, I vowed to never forget the price of beauty and the terrifying power of the human heart.